Reagan, welcome. We are going to put you on the hot seat with one question. Hope you're ready today.
Yes.
All right, he's ready. Here we go. So Reagan, you are an expert in grant policy and compliance for clients across the country, while also leading the philanthropic arm of GPA through the Grant Professionals Foundation. What is the best piece of advice you can share with busy grant professionals about the importance of volunteering? And what's the number one reason grant pros should give to GPF? So it's a two-parter.
Excellent, excellent. Well, let's start with the volunteer side. So I have a heart for volunteering. I think most of us do in this profession. And I would say the key thing for volunteering, and I've noticed this through the years, is you got to know how to manage your time. You got to know how to manage that alongside your work responsibilities and things like that. And while it may be fun to volunteer, as my dad's often fond of saying, fun doesn't pay the bills.
Fair. That's
True
fair
story.
assessment. That's fair assessment.
Fun does not pay the bills. And so, but at the same time, like at the foundation, we're going to have, for the first time in our history, the foundation next year in 2024, we will have a full 15-member board.
Nice.
Wow.
That's the first time that's ever happened in the entire history.
Wow.
And I'm so proud of that. I want to give real big thanks on that to Dr. Bev Browning. She helped us do that, along with Dana Patterson on our board and Olivia Smith-Doherty, our outgoing board secretary, who is also completing, along with Christy Crawford, 9 years of service.
That's
to the GPA.
incredible.
So they served a full 9-year term. And as much as I tried to get them to stick around, they're like, nope, we're done. We're off on to the next adventure. And I told Olivia, I said, well, I have your cell phone. I know where you live. So I can call you up and I can ask you all kinds of questions.
So once a GPFer, always a GPFer.
That's right. That's right. You know,
okay.
Well, and Olivia mentored me when I got into the profession. And so we became fast friends through K-12 education and her mentoring me and all that kind of stuff. So that was a great benefit to me. With the 15-member board, we have a lot of initiatives at the foundation. The foundation we do scholarships. That's our big deal. This year here at the conference, we're going to be talking on Friday about how we could potentially launch out a research grant program to fund research into the profession.
Nice.
I love that.
That's not really done, and that kind of aligns with what GPA is moving towards in a few years of actually getting grant professionals listed in the occupational handbook at the labor statistics.
Oh, that'd be
Is it sad that I'm geeking out about that?
No, I'm geeking
so
out
excited.
too. We're geeking out. We're geeky. Let's deal with it.
So we need to know how things impact, and so we have some people that are doing great work in that area, like Jonah Rogers and Trish Bachman, and them doing research with Bethany on burnout. That's a big deal in our profession. I think it's more prevalent than I think we realize. In fact, I was just talking to a colleague the other day, and she had people that she lost because they just got burnt out from the work. They were being asked to do things that weren't in their wheelhouse, so to speak.
Other duties as assigned. That's what we call it in the biz.
We're taking the grant work that they really were passionate about.
Right.
You know, you ask an introverted grant professional, hey, let's go do door-to-door outreach. And like, no, I'm not really doing that. That's not my thing.
I just took a deep breath, and I'm a little shaky at the thought, but I hear you.
So with volunteering, I think it's about managing your time. With a 15-member board, I told the GPA board this morning, I'm expecting all of our board members to be part of something and engaged. I don't need anybody sitting on the sidelines. I need everybody on the team fully engaged. And as far as giving to the foundation, I think we serve an important role. We help get people into the profession. We're taking a very heavy interest in getting young people involved in the profession. We support we're the fiscal agent for the GPA Hardship Fund.
Right.
So if a GPA member, for some reason the organization they work for cannot pay for their membership anymore, they can go to GPA and get that covered through the GPA Hardship Fund.
Nice.
It is
or get
nice.
assistance with it on some level. If they know new people coming to the profession, they can send them to the foundation. I believe next year we're actually looking at having our membership application for membership scholarship open year round.
Oh, nice.
And so anytime you find someone who needs to be a member, you send them to the application, and we'll still review like twice a year and probably some other times, but I think we're definitely going to have the ability to have it open year round next year. Along with that, giving to the foundation supports getting people into conference, whether it's at a virtual level or at a in-person event at the conference. And I think we're always going to have a hybrid conference. I think GPA has kind of embraced the hybrid conference model. And so, again, talking to colleagues in the past who are like, I just want to learn from other professionals. Well, this is the place
This
to
is
come
the
do
place.
it.
Yeah.
The Grant Summit is where you come to learn about everything that's going on, whether it's pre-award stuff, whether it's how to write a budget, whether it's how to do a logic model, which I am not good at no matter how many times I've been through.
Your
I'm with
secret
you.
is safe.
I'm
Your
with
secret is
you.
safe.
Or learning how to manage the funds you just got.
True.
You just get noticed before you come to conference that you got a $5 million grant from the Department of Education or whatever, and you're like, hey, we have to do all that stuff we just said.
Yeah. Dang it.
So now
no.
you come here and you learn how to manage it because you got great
Yeah.
people like Felsman Tucker who can tell you how to manage it the right way.
Yeah,
You
yeah,
can go talk to Zoom Grants and how to do subawards through their system.
Yeah.
You can
That's
come to the
true.
foundation and you can give to us to support the next people so you can hire that person
To
to
do
help
that
to help
for
your
you.
team out.
Yeah.
right?
Heck yeah.
Absolutely.
So
And
maybe
that's what's really important about giving to the foundation. But then we also do a lot of giving through our chapters. So next year we're challenging our chapters. We're asking every chapter to give $200 to the foundation, which
Okay.
is not a lot of money.
no,
But when you divide it amongst all the chapters, it's $10,400.
Yeah.
which is a lot of money to
Now,
help
for
a lot
some-
of people.
Right. And
Yeah.
for some chapters, it's going to be really hard to get that $200. For other chapters, it's going to be very simple. If you're the Atlanta chapter, that's easy. If you're
Yeah.
the, if you're
Yeah.
the North
I'm on
Texas
the-
chapter, if you're another chapter, maybe in a rural area, say you're North Texas and you have a more virtual audience, maybe it takes you a few months to get that 200. Who knows? But
Right.
we figure that's a small enough amount that anybody can do it, because really, if you think about it, if you ask everybody in your chapter meetings to just chip in $5 or $10 every meeting,
It adds
you can
up.
you can pay that out in November without any problem.
Yeah. Absolutely.
So what I'm hearing is, if people want to volunteer, now's a good time to volunteer for GPF because y'all have a full board and you can share the load. But if you are not able to, for time, family, whatever, consider giving so that we can help other folks get into the profession and improve.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
and so this is another cool thing we're doing at the foundation. We're the fiscal agent for the Arkansas GPA chapter as they support. It's called C4C is the program. It's supported by the Walton Foundation, and it's getting young people, young professionals, into the grant field.
Nice.
And so they've taken young professionals, they've matched them up with local nonprofits in the Northwest Arkansas region. And Hannah Laster, who sits on our board, knows way more about this than I do. But they match those professionals up. They match them up with a GPA mentor,
Okay.
and they get them into the profession. They
Yeah.
teach them what it is to be a grant professional, not just a
You mean-
grant writer and a fundraiser.
When you were
Yeah.
little, you didn't dream of being a grant writer or
You know,
manager, Reagan? I find that
it's
hard
funny.
to
I have a
believe.
degree. I have a degree in political science and a master of divinity in ethics and stewardship. I am not doing anything close to that right now.
But aren't you?
I'm sure ethics is a
I
good
was
thing
gonna
to
say.
know all about.
So yes, it's ethics and stewardship. So it kind of
It
works it
kinda
out
comes
at the end of the
back.
day. And so working at Widow Bryan's where I work as a grant policy manager, I oversee help states kind of figure out what federal policy says when it's as most people know, it's not clear all the time what they're meaning in
Yeah.
the uniform guidance.
No,
Shocking.
really? I am shocked and
Shocking.
appalled.
I will say I'm pleased that they're kind of trying to simplify uniform guidance and that we're dropping the term non-federal entity and dropping that confusion and
Okay.
starting to use
Baby steps.
appropriate words
Language.
in appropriate places. Yeah.
It's nice. It's a nice thing.
The plain language effort is a great thing. I'll put it that way.
That's
Yes.
true. It's a great
But
great
you know, in
step.
every iteration, it does get a little bit better.
Little bit
So
better.
one
It
day
does,
it'll be
it does,
perfect.
It does. Yeah.
So, Reagan, thank you so much for joining us today. And if you're watching this, wherever you're watching this, we are live podcasting from the 2023 Grant Summit. And Reagan was brave enough to be our very first interview. So, special prize.
Yes,
That's right.
Thank you. And I have to give a shout out. I was a recipient of a conference foundation from GPF way back in like 2009.
That's right.
Because
your budget had been cut,
My
right?
budget had been cut because of all that was going on in the economy at that point in time, and
That's
I had
right.
I'd missed 2 conferences in a row because of budget cuts, and I was tired of missing out and not seeing my people and not getting the education. So I came to my boss and was like, "Hey, I've got my registration covered. Do you think we can figure out the travel portion of it?" And he was like, "Yes," and we did, and I went, and I haven't missed a conference
I
since.
would say you've
so-
done a little bit of volunteering yourself.
Just
since
a little
then.
bit, just a little bit.
Excellent. Yeah. Well, and we're pleased that this year we gave out over 40 scholarships just for membership alone. And
That's
between that and
awesome.
Conference scholarships. I believe we have 13 conference scholars attending the conference this year. So yeah,
Incredible.
it's been a great year. Foundation's in great financial
That is nice.
standing, and so we're looking for more next year. We're trying to raise over $100,000. That's the goal.
Okay.
I like it.
Ambitious
So,
and achievable.
And it's very easy. You can go to grantprofessionalsfoundation.org
Yes,
and
our
hit
brand
that
new
donate
website, our brand
now.
new website.
Y'all go check out the website
Yes,
and give.
and give.
Chapters, we're looking at you. Get out there and get it done.
And you can make recurring gifts, and when you make recurring gifts, you can even assign it to your chapter so that your chapter gets credited in the Be a Star campaign. We have new gifts for to Be a Star winners. We do everything from giving them a free membership to distribute at a meeting, or we will cater lunch for the chapter 1 month.
Nice.
I'm in it for the food. Y'all,
Yeah.
y'all get out there and give. Y'all get out there and give.
Awesome. Thanks, Reagan.
Thanks, Reagan.
Thank y'all.